I have to start, Bear. Just start. Hello. I'm doing my 71-month dreadlock video, and it is late. I've been very busy. I've been doing the question videos, and also I've been working many days a week and doing things. So I'm trying to get to as many things as possible, and hopefully this will make up for it because I have a few things coming up all at the same time now. So I'm at 71 months, and although things don't normally change, things have been changing. I'm going to make a video where I explain what I think goes on with the dreadlocks once they mature. Because when dreadlocks are new, they're really sort of messy, and then slowly they mature into sort of, you know, strong, mature dreadlocks. But that's not the end of the story, although they tend to look the same from then on, apart from getting longer. I find that my hair sort of cycles. So I'm going to do a whole video on my thoughts on this, but sort of short version is I kind of go from having neat-ish dreadlocks for a few months, and then slowly I get loose hairs, and I get lots of loose hairs building up, and then once there are enough loose hairs they turn into a new little baby dreadlock, and then it locks in. So I'm kind of in the messy stage at the moment. So if you can notice, if you go back and look at some of the previous videos, you will see that this loose hair here has kind of been growing out and growing out and growing out. It's not all that good, really. It annoys me. And I kind of have to deal with it and avoid temptation to try and do anything with it, because if I do anything with it, then well, what I need to do is wait for it to grow long enough and thick enough for it to then start locking and sticking into it. I have some more here. You see this? It's just this random clump of loose hair here. And I'm certain, well, I know because I've had it happen many times over the past 7 months, but eventually, I can just play with it a little bit, but it will start to knot a little bit, and it will then turn into a little baby dread, or most likely it'll just get stuck to its neighbour dread, and then it will go away. But at the moment, I'm in the sort of annoying in-between point where I kind of look a bit messy. It keeps falling in front of my face, and I don't notice because I can't see it, and then if someone takes a picture of me, I'll just have this really annoying clump of hair like that. That's kind of an exaggeration, but I will be glad when that finds a place to go, and I don't have to keep brushing it out of my face. Other than that, my little baby dreads on the sides have kind of, they're still here, but they're not so much babies anymore. And I have some more Congo stuff going on at the sides, and I was getting a little bit scared, I think, before, because it was kind of, not this one. This, because that is already at least 2 that has then been trimmed off, and then this is another one, so that will be quite thick. And I'm not really worried about it being a thick dreadlock. My tastes have changed. When I first got the dreadlocks, I was wanting them sort of more thin, and now I prefer them being thicker, and so I Congo a lot of them, but I'm just a little bit worried that my sort of distribution will suck, because the ones at the front, I mean, this is quite a skinny one, and then if you compare it to the ones at the back where I sleep on them and stuff, they're going to be a lot thicker. So I'm trying to Congo some more of the ones at the front. So I'll just sort of go through what is going on. There's lots sort of stuck together because I don't rip them or pull them or do anything. So there will be some more starting to Congo. Oh, I see. So if you want to have a giant Congo party here, is that what this is? How many are going to be in here? I might have to come back. Well, these are relatively thin, so it's not such a huge deal if they... I just was unaware that they were... Is there more stuck? Yes, I see. That's going to be quite a few if they group up. And I thought I'd just show them from the back, because I have them tied up most of the time now, because they are about as long as I like to have them. Although the dreadlocks are 71 months old, as in I've had dreadlocks for 71 months, even the bit at the bottom here is not really 71 months old because I trimmed them, and the weather has actually started to pick up now, and so I might be nearing the point when I trim the dreadlocks. I'm always sort of, shall I, shan't I, because you see people with really long dreadlocks in pictures and then they look nice and then you end up wishing, oh, I wish I had dreadlocks like that. But I have had dreadlocks kind of like that before and they annoy me, and they're starting to annoy me now. I just don't like the way they sit when they're in between. I'm sure if the dreadlocks are really long then they sit fine, sort of flow down. But my dreadlocks kind of, when they're the length I normally have them, they kind of curve around and sit on my shoulder-ish. When they get a little bit longer, they sort of curve around, sit on my shoulder, and then sort of bounce out again, so they go like this, and I don't really like that. And I can't fit hoods on my head, and they don't play nice with hoodies and things, so it actually works alright in summer, apart from they're really warm. A little too much insulation, but then when it starts getting around to autumn again and I have to start wearing more than just a t-shirt, it's kind of awkward to get clothes on. So I have them tied up most of the time, and it's probably going to make the loose hair on my head. There's a little patch here, it's driving me nuts. If I tie it back, I have a headband here for a reason, it's just beyond me because I'm not using it. I normally just tie it up. I like to have dreadlocks that are just long enough to tie up with themselves over the headband, but I like to have two that are thick and long to tie up like that. And then if I turn around. So this is how I normally have them, tied back with themselves in a knot. I have a video, one of my first videos, that goes through the different ways that I wear my dreads, but this is kind of the way I'm doing it most of the time now when I'm working and things. Just tying them back with themselves and letting them sit. Normally up like this when I'm at work, sometimes with a headband. They're always down when I sleep, apart from sometimes they're just like this. Do use the headband when I'm at work and I'm sleeping at work. I work at night. I'm not implying that I go to work just to go to sleep, but I work at night, so I do sleep part way through. It's just how it works. And I'll sort of sleep with them like this so that they don't fall all over the place. So my hair will either be tied up with themselves or like this. I tend to not tie them all the way with the headband because the headband is more slippery than the dreadlock. Dreadlock's got a bit rougher and it stops them from falling out. When I tie it back with the headband, they will, loose ones will fall out. So that's where I'm at with 71 months. It's 71 and a half months really if you're keeping time, which would be a little bit creepy. The next one is the big one. The next one is 72 months, which is 6 years. Yes, I got them just before my 15th birthday, so I'm going to be turning 21 at the start of June, so somewhere, I don't know the exact date, somewhere around the end of May, start of June will be the Dreadlocks' birthday, and that'll be 6 years. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe if you like, or if you don't like me, you don't have to subscribe. But you can subscribe, and then there's the Lazy Dreads website, which has all my guides and things on about dreadlocks and keeping dreadlocks and things to know before you get dreadlocks. And I'm on Twitter. If you want to talk to me, go to Twitter. There's a Facebook, but I don't like Facebook. Facebook is kind of, look at these pictures all at once, look at them, and then it's like that really annoying noise when someone sends you text, bing, and then they'll bing, and like, no, and then if you don't reply to them fast enough, people think you're being rude, whereas in Twitter, you can just tweet someone, and if they don't reply straight away, it's because they're doing something, and you're not stalking them. On Facebook, I don't like it that you can see when people saw the message. So I'll see a message, and I don't have time to reply to it, and I don't have time to get into a conversation, but then people will go, you've seen my message, but you haven't started a conversation, you're rude, I hate you, and then they'll friend me and block me, and then I get sad. So you can tweet me, or yeah, there is a link to Facebook. Just go to the Lazy Dreads, click on the thing, and then there's a banner, and then there's all the different links. There's an Instagram as well. But thank you for watching. Goodbye. I'm not crazy.